In cycling, most cyclists have experienced falling off their bicycle. Fortunately, most are not badly hurt but shaken. I was embarrassed when I fell off my bicycle at Sentosa. It seems like everyone was looking at me. Nobody likes to fall off their bicycle. Falling off our bicycle is part and parcel of cycling. Similarly, just like falling off our bicycle, we too will miss a step and make a wrong choice or an unwise choice. Such experiences are part and parcel of life. Our choice may embarrass us or cost us money or even our health. When we think back, we regret our choices. How do we deal with regrets? Here are 3 tips for dealing with regrets over our choices. The first tip, stop crying over spilled milk. Regrets are emotional responses to our choices. When our choices have consequences that we don't like, we feel regret. We need to acknowledge our regret. Then, we choose to hold on to our regret only for 1 minute or 1 hour or 1 day, at most 1 week. After holding on, we let go. Letting go means we stop crying over spilled milk. There is no point crying. Crying will not change the consequences. Instead, we clean up the mess and move on. Moving on brings us to the second tip. Before we make the choices, what was motivating us to make those bad or unwise choices? Did we overly rely on others' opinion? Did we think about the consequences? Did we look at our available resources? Did we seek advice from people with appropriate knowledge? Did we think about how our decision will affect our relationship, our families and friends? Did we rush into making the choices? When we reflect and review our past choices, we learn much about ourselves. At the end of the reflection, we ask ourselves, how can I make better choices in the future? Moving on is about the future, not the past. The third tip is to grow as a person. There are many areas to grow as a person. I would like to suggest 3 here. Strengthening self-discipline is necessary. Self-discipline means we do what we need to do, even when no one is watching. We need self-discipline to choose those things that may be costly, but it's good for us. Growing in mindfulness is needful. Mindfulness means that we know how the environment and people around us is affecting our feelings, thinking, and doing. Mindfulness is necessary in making better choices, because when we make a choice, we need to be aware of our feelings, thinking, and doing that is influencing us in making those choices. Lastly, but not least, we need to grow in humility. Humility means that we are not afraid to say, I don't know, can you teach me? We need humility because we do not know everything in this life. Therefore, growing as a person is important. If we stop growing today, we stop making better choices tomorrow. Falling off my bicycle at Sentosa was not my first fall. I have to keep on learning from bad or unwise choices in cycling to avoid falling off my bicycle. Similarly, we have to keep on learning and growing as a person to make better choices to reduce regrets in our life. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel for update when a new video is posted. Join me in my next trip.